Greetings and salutations, fellow YouTubers. This is John here. Welcome to my channel. This will be my very first upload ever. In this video, we will be seeing my rare and unique Laserdiscs. So let's get this party started. All right, first title we have up is Akira. This is the original first pressing, 3-disc Criterion. Ended up picking this up based off a Craigslist ad 2 years ago. Scouring Craigslist one day, person in my hometown actually put up a listing that had about 150 discs for sale. Didn't think I was going to find anything, inquired to where she was. Ironically enough, she was only 2 blocks away from me. Went to her house and hit a jackpot. This was one of the first discs I saw. I couldn't believe it. I'm figuring she's going to charge me out the rear end for it, only charge me $3. I picked up this and a ton of other titles that you'll be seeing. I'll let you know which ones I found. But this got this in great condition. Trifold, rot-free, full CAV format. Still my favorite way to watch this movie. I do have the Blu-ray, but I still like this version a little bit better. All right, next up we have Amsterdam. This is a movie from 1988. Came from Holland. It's your typical suspense thriller, whodunit murder mystery. This one's unique because it has never been released on DVD in the United States. It was, however, released in Europe. Pretty good movie. Happy to have it in the collection. All right, next up, Armed Response. Another typical B-movie actioner. This one's special for 2 reasons. Number 1, it was made by Fred Olen Ray, who of course made Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers and countless other B-movie classics. The other reason it's unique is because it has never been officially released on DVD. There was a company by the name of Platinum Disc Corporation, also known as Echo Bridge, that did release this back in sometime in the 2000s, but all it was a straight-out duplicate of the Laserdisc. So, by contrast, the Laserdisc is still the best version to watch it on. Next up, Blues Brothers Signature Collection. This is a late pressing Laserdisc, 2-disc set. This one I like a lot because this has the original lossless PCM 2-channel mix. The original DVD didn't have it. The current Blu-ray has a lossy DTS 5.1 track. If you want to hear it the way it was meant to be heard, this is the version you got to see. Hopefully someday that situation will be rectified. Next up on the list, Boogie Nights. Late pressing Criterion, not entirely rare, but special for the simple fact is that you will see that it has, where I'm hooding, it says, Excerpts from Exhausted, John C. Holmes, The Real Story with Commentary. When this came out on DVD and Blu-ray, they were not able to license that from Criterion, so this is the only way to see that little documentary, and it's actually pretty entertaining, so I suggest anyone who has this, give it a watch. It's worth your time. All right, next up, Election. Another late pressing Laserdisc. This one came out sometime in 1999. This was one of the last Paramount Laserdiscs they ever came out with. Only a couple more afterwards followed, such as South Park, Bringing Out the Dead, and Sleepy Hollow. This one's unique because A, it's a late pressing, and B, shows how Paramount was pretty lazy. Notice the lack of an AC3 track. Paramount just got lazy near the end and figured, Laserdisc is dying off. We might as well just not give it the full love it deserves. So, kind of a screw you to the Laserdisc fans, but still it's a good movie to have in anyone's collection. Hopefully some of you guys can find it. All right, next up we have Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, Blood Red Edition Laserdisc. Ended up picking this one up at a half-price books a couple years ago. Well, not even a couple years ago, more like 2 years ago, for $3. Couldn't believe the score I hit. Great disc. I still prefer to watch this over the Blu-ray. This one just looks so much better. All right, next up we got a late release Criterion. This would be The Game. Great movie. Further bolstered the career of David Fincher. Up until about 2 years ago, this was the premier way to watch The Game because it has a lot of bonus material. Just a great movie, great bonus material. It's a crying shame we had to wait so long until we got a good special edition on the Blu-ray. This is just a phenomenal Laserdisc, great AC3 track. Was so glad to have found it. Next one, this one's very, very rare. Never been released on DVD. Ghost Town. This one's infamous because it was the very last production of Empire Pictures. This one came out in 1988. Has never seen the light of day on DVD in any country, anywhere. This one's unique because, again, like I said, it's the very last production of Empire Pictures. After this movie was made, Charlie Band shut down Empire and gave us Full Moon Entertainment, which we still know and love today. Next one up, Hard-boiled 3-disc Criterion edition. This is the original first pressing. Ended up picking it up based off that Craigslist ad. Another rare one. Again, cost me $3. Still the best way to watch this movie. The Blu-ray is god-awful horrible. It will never sit in my collection. This is the best way to watch Hard-boiled, perfectly in my opinion, along with its counterparts. The Killer, again, same thing. Horrible Blu-ray, terrific Laserdisc. Both of these, just have so much special features on them that unfortunately they never made their way over to the Blu-ray or the DVD. Again, this is one of the reasons why you want to own a Laserdisc player, just to have this great art, these great trifold covers. Just makes you seem like you got something awesome. All right, next up on the list, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm a giant Rush fan, and of course when I found this one on Laserdisc Database for a good price, I had to grab it. This is Rush Through the Camera Eye. This is a very unique Laserdisc because it has 2 music videos on here that have never been released on any other format. Therefore, it has The Body Electric and Countdown. Neither one of these 2 videos have yet to see the light of day on DVD. Again, great Laserdisc, my favorite band. And next up we have another rare one, Scream Greats Volume 1, Tom Savini, the Master of Horror Effects. I have had this on VHS tape for a long time. Hit a jackpot about a year ago at a half-price books, found a slew of horror Laserdiscs. That Ghost Town that you saw was one of them. This was another one that I found. Couldn't believe when I found it, almost had a heart attack, never thought I'd ever find it on Laserdisc. And I actually found its counterpart, Volume 2, Satanism and Witchcraft. This one's awesome because this has interviews with the Warren family, who were the inspiration behind the movie The Conjuring. Never could find this at any of the video stores I was around growing up. So great to find it on Laserdisc. Great watch. Just awesome. All right, next up, a not so rare one, but rare nonetheless. This is a late pressing. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Again, this was part of the Craigslist ad. Got this one for a whopping $3. Not the greatest movie, but a cool Laserdisc. And if you rock this thing in AC3, it's phenomenal. It's just a great thing to have. Now that the discs are out of the way, I got one box set to show you, and then of course, my all-time rarity Laserdisc. A lot of you saw pictures of this on Facebook. This is my Godfather trilogy. As everyone knows, Francis Ford Coppola went back and re-edited the whole thing as one continuous movie back in 1990. This is just a beautiful set. Like right there, you have the limited edition. You can see it's numbered. Sorry about the glare. Ended up finding this at a half-price books a few weeks ago for $8. They had no idea what they were sitting on. This is just one of the most elusive sets that you can find. Has never been released on DVD in this format. This has so many deleted scenes. It's just a classic. All right? I told you guys I'd save the best for last. And right here is my rarest Laserdisc. I picked this one up at a half-price books for $3 about 2 years ago. I bought it because it's one of my favorite movies. As stupid as it sounds, it is still one of my favorite movies. I saw this in the theater, actually, when it came out. I bought it just saying, hey, cool, Blast from the Past. A great movie to have. Got it on Laserdisc. Well, little did I know, this is probably one of the rarest titles that ever came out. As a matter of fact, and I'm not going to lie to you here, if you go on laserdiscdatabase.com, you will see that there is cover art for it. This is the cover art. There was no cover art before I provided them a picture. After that, I had several people trying to inquire on where I got this, if I was going to sell it. And I said, no, I have absolutely no interest in selling it. This is just one of my all-time favorite movies. And listened to it in AC3 recently. It just has a great AC3 track. I can't believe that this one is so highly sought after. It's a cult classic, but I can't believe that people are willing to spend over $100 just to have this thing. And I'm just glad to have got it for myself. But on that note, guys, thanks for watching my video, and hopefully I can have a few more out there. And we'll see what happens, okay? Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.